Good day and welcome to my channel, Tony's Cool Tools. Today, we're going to be putting lights on the Axis. And you're probably wondering why. Here in the state of Wisconsin, if you have a trailer that is wider than your wheelbase of your vehicle and obstructs the turn signals, you have to have lights on it. My previous Eastonmade 1222 was a much narrower footprint and I did not need lights on that. I called our local rental facility, Watoma Rental, and talked with them, and they also said the same thing. All of their splitters are similar to the box store splitter, very narrow, so you do not need lights on that. But on the Axis, definitely need those. The other reason for the lights is we're going to be working pretty late, and by the time I head home with the Axis, it's going to be dark. And here in the country, we have no street lights. So it's going to be awfully dark, and I want to make sure that people see me, and more so, see the Axis. There are several steps that I have to do before I even consider towing the Axis. And I'm going to take you through those steps. The first thing we need to do is to raise the foot pedal and put it in the travel position and lock it in. And it's easy as pulling the pin and locking it in. Now it's not going anywhere. Since I'm going on a longer road trip, I want to make sure that the tires are properly inflated. These happen to be 50 pounds cold, as well as torque the lug nuts, which I haven't done since I've purchased the unit. So we'll test that and see. There we are. 49.5, good enough for who it's for. Next, I'll torque the lug nuts. Seems to be good. I'll torque all of them and make sure that they're within specs. Next, we'll install the safety chains. I'm making sure that I crisscross them as well. These are a little bit long, so I have to shorten them up a bit, otherwise they'll be dragging. And that's that. Well, maybe this one will do a little bit more. There we go. The next thing we have to do is take the log lift and raise it up and put it into travel mode. It's pretty heavy, so I utilize a ratchet strap. A number of you have asked me about this and where to get them. I'll have that in the info section as well. These are extremely easy to use. Let me show you. I hook it here, and I hook it at the top here, and then I just pull. I'm relieving the tension on the table. Let me show you the pin we have to pull. Now all I have to do is pull the arc clip, lift the table up a little bit, and pull the pin. With the table being supported by the ratchet strap, all I have to do now is lift the log lift and put it right on the table. Once I lift the table up here, I just tighten up the strap. I put a second ratchet strap on for two reasons. First, it's an additional support for the log lift. And second, it also locks in the conveyor. Even though the conveyor has its own belt, now I have double security. One other thing that's necessary is wiring up the hydraulics. Otherwise, this could just fall straight down. So all I do is take a piece of electrician's wire and tie it on here. That's as simple as it gets. Now it's not going down, and the pin is in place as well. I purchased these lights from Harbor Freight. They're okay. There are other brands that are probably a little better, but for the price, these work pretty good because I don't use them often. But I do have them on multiple trailers. I'll show you that momentarily. As you can see here, I use heavy-duty zip ties with the magnet to hold it on the trailer. When you clip these on, it sounds like it is a good magnet, but what I do to make sure that it doesn't fall off when I'm on the road is to use a quick grip and tighten up the wire. Now I know that that's not going to go anywhere. Now I do the same thing on the opposite side. Clamp it, get it as close to the edge as I can, and use my quick grip to hold this in place. May have to adjust it a little, but there it is. Now I know that's not going anywhere. The manufacturer supplies you with about 5 feet of wire between the left and the right turn signals. I just use zip ties here, put them on, that way I know I do a little cord management. It's nice and tidy, and I know that these are going to be ready next time I use these. So all we do is put these on. I trim off the rest, the excess, and we're done. I could use zip ties in the front as well, but I find that these Velcro straps by GB Supply, I'll show you, are very convenient. They come in a couple of different sizes, and they just wrap around the wire, and then you just secure them. And that's it. And then I use a second one. This is the 11-inch. I use this one. I would attach it to the wire as well, but if not, I just set it on there. And if I want to be doubly safe, I'll zip tie that. But otherwise, I give enough flexibility here for movement as well. I've had my trailer wires pull out before, so what I do is I attach it right to the safety pin of the trailer. That way there's plenty of movement here, and in case this should fall, it's not going to drag on the ground. So I have safety points here, here, and here, and nothing is dragging or chafing the wires. Now we're finished with installing the lights. Let's test them out. Left turn signal, right turn signal, brake, hazards. Works like a charm. Some final thoughts. I almost had an oops moment here when I was trailering my Axis a long distance and put it on top of my utility trailer. To the top of this conveyor, for those of you who own an Axis with a conveyor, is about 10 feet 3 inches. My trailer is 2 feet to the top of the deck, my utility trailer. I came to a viaduct or a railroad bridge, and it was 12 feet 2 maximum. Fortunately, I noticed it was 12 foot 2 as far as the maximum opening, and I was able to just make a U-turn and find an alternate route. These are some of the things that you have to consider if you're going to be trailering the Axis as opposed to driving it. Most of the places you can drive it with no problem because it does have a torsion suspension. I hope you found this video informative and entertaining, and if so, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, pass it forward, make the world a better place. And don't be a tool, watch Tony's Cool Tools. Thanks, until I see you again.